Before this video begins, I'd like to remind all my subscribers that if you order any piece of my merchandise right now, you should be able to get it in time before Christmas. Printing is every 3 days. Link in the description. But for now, let's roll that intro. What's going on, guys? I'm Maze, and recently a brand new episode for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime aired on TV. Episode 100. Wow, 100 episodes already. Time sure has flown by. The lightning bolt that serves the wind. Its name is Zeraora, which it was certainly a brilliant time watching the episode. So because of that, I've decided for today's video that I will review this latest episode. Hopefully getting yourself to check out the episode too, if you haven't already. And with that intro now said, let's jump right into this review. So the episode begins off with Ash finding the professors doing yoga, I believe? I'm not too sure. But one thing's for sure, the professors were at an all-time peace level thanks to doing this. Ash then realizing after a speech from the professors about nature too, how beautiful everything is around him. Which was a fantastic introduction to this episode, seeming as the location would be changing to a desolate, ruined world for our main protagonist, and even the tone would change from fun to serious. Moving away from the Wii Fit trainers though, you know I've been playing too much Smash Brothers when I just called the professors that. On the way to school, Ash finds Tapu Koko and immediately asks for a battle against it so he can prepare for his grand trial on Pony Island. Yes, that means Pony Island is just around the corner, guys. I'm gonna guess January, right after Brock and Misty's return episodes. Anyway, Tapu Koko lures Ash into a forest and they have a decent, quick-paced battle. But when Tapu Koko uses a certain move, a Tapu Koko who's shiny in an alternate universe performs the same attack, and Ash and Pikachu are suddenly teleported into a desert with no life roaming around them. Realizing this ain't a dream, Ash decides to head towards the destroyed city he sees in the distance. When arriving, he hears a weird noise and decides to go closer to it, only to find the Ultra Beast Guzzlord eating wreckage, which Guzzlord, who hears Ash spying, goes on a rampaging chase to capture him, which was honestly so entertaining simply because of the obstacles Ash and Pikachu had to overcome and how Guzzlord was overall portrayed power and look-wise. Like, Guzzlord is really scary. Ash, encountering a dead end though, decides to use the Z move against this Pokemon. However, nothing works, so a trainer called Dia with his Zeraora, a mythical Pokemon, comes running in to save Ash, which was a phenomenal introduction because it also showcased the mighty power that a mythical Pokemon obtains. Plus, you know, Dia looks very cool. After escaping Guzzlord, and after Ash and Dia exchange introductions, Dia then goes on to explain for Ash what happened to the city, which basically, Guzzlord randomly appeared one day and started to eat everything in sight, which forced the entire city to evacuate, while a group called the Ultra Rangers, basically the alternate version of the Ultra Guardians, tried to battle Guzzlord to stop its rage. However, the Ultra Beast was too much for them, the Ultra Rangers fleeing and never coming back to try and stop Guzzlord. So because of that, Dia, who was a part of the Ultra Rangers, decided to leave the group and try and find a way himself to stop this Ultra Beast. But of course, he's not found a way yet. Now yes, in my previous discussion for episode 101, I suggested that the Ultra Rangers died, despite me just saying that they are alive. And that is because I watched that episode without subtitles simply for that discussion, me assuming that's what happened. So yeah, just ignore that in the discussion. They are alive and well. I always make sure I at least watch subtitles for my reviews though. Anyway, Ash, amazed by that story, decides he really wants to help Dia stop this Ultra Beast. However, Dia, not exactly getting the best first impression for Ash, thinks Ash will just be a nuisance. So he decides he's gonna call the Ultra Rangers to return Ash to the city, despite him and Ash not realizing yet that Ash is in an alternate universe. So that wouldn't work. Ash would just end up being all alone in the city. Ash does go on to explain though that he's a part of a group called Ultra Guardians, who stop Ultra Beasts as well, which Dia just passes this off as a lie, but eventually battles Ash under Ash's request to see if he is at least powerful, which didn't really do Ash any justice, seeming as he got wrecked, like holy crap. Now, whereas other people don't like this very fast-paced battle, I certainly know what the writers were going for, which was simply to showcase the mighty power of Dia and his mythical Pokemon. Mythical Pokemon in the games are pretty strong, so they would be in the anime as well. Stupendous representation in my eyes, and even through flashy, intense action, was eye candy as well. It really reminded me of the Marshadow battle in movie 20 as well. You should be able to see why. This episode though then ends off with Ash accepting this defeat and approaching a destroyed Pokemon school, which is Dia's base, where the Ultra Rangers are meant to pick up Ash in the next episode. With that story now said though, let's now move on to my overall thoughts regarding this episode. Holy shit. I knew this episode was going to be great because of the overall topics, aka alternate universes and Guzzlord being an actual threat. However, it just played out 2 times more better than it should have been. Like seriously, I fell in love with this episode. Firstly, let's bring up the post-apocalyptic setting. It was extraordinary. We're always used to seeing beaches, forests, cities, occasional ultra space adventures, but here, the anime finally gives us a unique new setting, a city that has been abandoned and has a rampaging powerful Ultra Beast still tearing it all up, with no life apart from Dia to be found whatsoever. I also believe we've never seen anything like this in Ultra's episodes too, so that just makes the experience even more pleasing and very fresh. At times actually, it didn't even feel like a Pokemon episode, even when it comes to the tones of the characters. Like, Dia and Zeraora are very serious, not taking any jokes lightly and always focusing on the mission at hand, which is to find a way to defeat this Ultra Beast. Sure, we've seen edgy characters and even more very serious characters, but to me, these 2 characters were just taken to a whole new level thanks to the story at hand. Plus, you know, Dia also has quite a dark and powerful backstory where Guzzlord just absolutely destroyed him and his friends. That's a real banger. Talking about Guzzlord, he of course was at the highest level of intensity regarding tone, the anime representing it in a superb, terrifying and dangerous way. It made me scared to see what would happen to Ash if his Ultra Beast got any more closer to him. For once as well, you can clearly see that an Ultra Beast is not meant to be taken as a joke, unlike the multiple other episodes we've gotten on Ultra Beast where the anime did essentially treat them like jokes. Even Buzzwole, which was the only Ultra Beast episode, until now, to feature a battle. So it's very excellent to see high stakes be played here. Don't get me wrong, I do like the other Ultra Beast episodes, but how Guzzlord is portrayed in this episode is how I initially wanted all Ultra Beast episodes to be treated like. Like, come on, they are some of the most powerful Pokemon in the entire Pokemon universe and even come from outer space. But, yeah. Guzzlord is definitely dangerous, which made my heart beat with excitement. It destroyed an entire city! The crazy part though, is that we haven't even seen it all yet. We are still yet to see more of this Ultra Beast in action within the next episode, giving it even more justice. Focusing more on the actual story at hand though, let's bring up this whole alternate universe shenanigans. I kinda went over Guzzlord already when talking about the tone, so yeah. But yeah, if you didn't know, this is an alternate universe Ash is in. It just hasn't been stated yet. It shall be in the next episode though. But I always adore alternate universe stories or anything related to time travel. So this made me shriek with excitement. We even got a flashback in this episode of Dia wearing red clothes, which can suggest he is based on Red's character. But also Ash because of the preview. But then again, Ash is also based on Red, so Dia is essentially both Red and Ash. But I do love references like that within stories like this as well. We're getting so much more references within the next episode as well. Every question you have regarding this episode too, such as why Ash's Z-Ring didn't work or how Tapu Koko even teleported Ash in the first place, will be answered next time as well. It's just all an introduction right now, but a very stunning, almost perfect introduction. Finally, for the story section of this review though, I do want to bring up the action again. Sure, it was short for most parts, however, it just satisfied me dearly, especially when it comes to Zeraora and Guzzlord, because they just finally portrayed those extremely powerful kind of Pokemon species very well. Even the Tapu Koko battle, despite nobody talking about it much, was fantastic, flashy, and fast-paced. You can betcha there'll be even more action within episode 101 as well. Man, I've mentioned that episode so many times now. But just by watching the preview, you can clearly see that everything is going to be 2 times more revved up within that episode. Actually, before we move on to the next section of this review, while I'm still on the topic of episode 101, Jesus, what is with the comment section on that preview discussion I made for the episode? I clearly said in the video that it's an alternate universe, that Dia is wearing Red's clothes, and that Dia and his friends are based on Ash and his friends, and that the overall topic was episode 101 anyway. However, people are still questioning those answers I gave in the video, and for some reason believe I was talking about episode 100 instead of 101. Oh my god. I just had to get that off my chest. It really triggered me to see those answers I gave to be ignored. I know they watched the video too before they actually commented, so I have no idea why that even happened. Regardless of that though, let's just pretend that never happened and move on to the animation and music aspects we got on this episode. Firstly, for the animation, it looked great throughout the whole thing. However, my particular favourite highlights have to be the fluid movements within battles, the moves within battles as well, and just the overall background of this episode was very intriguing, me always taking in for destruction and admiring it. As for the music aspects, we have breathtaking tunes such as Mali City at the start of the episode, the intense music when Guzzlord chases Ash, the original series kind of music that played during Zeraora's introduction, and even the Sun and Moon trainer music. They just all fit the mood very well during their specific scenes. So the music overall in this episode was wonderful. With that said, that concludes all these sections for this review. So all that's left is to give a rating for this episode, which I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Thrilling from start to finish. There's even some stuff I left behind in this review that I wanted to mention, but I don't want this video to be that long. The general idea of me loving this episode though has been established, which means I definitely recommend that you watch this episode if you haven't already. If you have watched this episode though, then do let me know in the comments down below what you actually thought of this episode though. I'd love to hear. But that everybody does not finish off this video yet. Don't click off. I know many people do by this point in the video. I just wanted to mention now that movie 21, The Power of Us, has aired on TV and can easily be accessed online by many websites, but I've already done a review on that movie if you're interested. I'll leave the video in the description, iCard, and end card. It's a non-spoiler review as I released the review a day after the movie was released, but you should understand what spoilers I was avoiding when you watch the video. Anyway, yeah, now that finishes off the video. So, if you did enjoy, then please be sure to consider leaving a like, a subscribe, and a share for future Pokemon content. It helps out a ton. You'll also become a member of the Entity Squad. Entity Maze merchandise is available in the description below too. Get some in time before Christmas. For now, this is Entity Maze, signing out. Thank you for watching.